Action. There it is. And quiet sticks. That's what they say when they do that. Hey, everybody, welcome to This is the Future.
Unfortunately.
That's right. Bet your boots. So, listen, public service announcement. AI, the internet, everyone's out to get us. We're having a hell of a time recording these days. I think Alex and I have recorded 17 episodes in the last 3 days, and none of them have worked out. So we're really trying to get something out that's quality.
Yeah.
Meaning the fucking signal doesn't look like shit.
Right.
We're basically getting hung up on by each other. So fingers crossed we get through this one. So if you get to see this, then
Yeah.
yay. Anyway,
Yeah.
that out of the way. Hope y'all are doing well. How are you, Alex?
I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just upstairs, in my normal toy den, sweating my balls off.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's not like super hot out. It's like pretty nice outside. Out here in the Portland metro area. It's
Right.
pretty good, but up here it's roasty. Toasty.
You should do weather forecasts from your attic because you're in the attic.
Yeah.
You know, like in the rest of Portland, it's 98 degrees, but in here, it's 117.
Yeah.
I'm
Back to-
dying.
Back to you, Tony. And
Well, see, my place is actually an icebox. I'm cold right now. There's no air conditioning in here, but there's also no direct sunlight.
mm-hmm.
So that's hopefully I'll be able to get through the summer without buying another air conditioner. That'll be the second year in a row where I haven't bought an air conditioner yet. My second
Right.
place in 2 years in Oregon. Let's see if I need one this year. It's kind of a fun game. I'm gambling
yeah.
with a $400 air conditioner.
Well, because it's like you remember when we moved to Portland like 12 years ago? Like,
Yep.
however long ago that was? Like, you didn't need AC. Like, there might be one or two 90-degree days. And that was like the hot time. But like the last like couple of years, it gets past 100. And I remember when you first moved back, you were like, no way. And then
Yeah,
wait.
it hit 100 the first week of July. And it was pretty damn sporty last year. I'm not gonna lie, but I also had direct sunlight. So the point is that I'll be probably okay for 2 months, and then
Mhm.
freezing my ass off for 10 months when there's no fucking heat in here. So, I mean, there will be heat, but it'll suck. So
What
yeah.
you need to do is get an ass, and then you'll be warm.
I have an ass. It's like a B cup, but it's a butt.
I have an ass. God damn it.
Oh shit, I do, man. I mean, it's an optical illusion. I have a butt from doing the right exercises, and I have scoliosis, so it kicks back. It looks like a duck
yeah.
butt. It's good stuff. But I have one.
I'm
Believe
trying to
you
think.
me.
I'm trying to think if I've seen your naked butt.
Probably. I mean, it's pretty cool if you can't remember seeing it. I'm okay with that.
Now, there's just. I mean, what I'm trying to see is if there was times that I saw it when you were awake.
What the fuck? Wait a minute. Are you coming out? What's going on? Did you do something to me? I sleep with pants on, motherfucker.
Most of the time.
Suit and tie now. Making me paranoid. I'm gonna wear
Don't
coveralls
worry about
and
it.
a
I'm
helmet
only
when I go to
serious.
bed. What have you been up to, you frickin' pervert? Just kidding. You gonna tell a scary story?
Dude, check out what I got. I know it's not where I'm running the same joke twice, but it never got aired. So
Let's do it.
I got a cheeseburger lamp.
I'm not shitting you, dude. Like, I hate the fact that I see that you have something and I'm like, I want one. But,
Dude, you want one? I'll get you
I mean,
one.
I'm being honest with you. Yes, I do. Who wouldn't want a fucking cheeseburger lamp?
All right, I'll get you, dude. I
Well,
I
did
know.
they make did they make a fish sandwich, or do they have like a Chick-fil-A? Do they have anything else?
there's other there's other lamps out there.
Is that a sesame bun?
It's a sesame.
It's a sesame bun.
Yeah, see.
Yeah. Oh, see, I would want to know sesame bun, so I just need something a little different. I can't copy you directly.
Okay. No, man, I got you. I'll get you a food lamp. I promise.
A food lamp. Yes. Yes. I want a food lamp.
But check it out. Look it.
I mean, seriously, that's awesome,
It's
Alex.
pretty nice. Look at it. It's so fucking cool. I
And
got a
this is
cheeseburger.
this is how I know that my friend Alex is in a good relationship because his lady bought him that, and they live
Well,
together, so she knows he's going to play with it.
it comes from her. It comes from her store that she owns, and she ordered it. She said she was thinking of me when she ordered it.
Oh,
Or she bought
like
it.
she ordered him for the shop.
Yeah, she ordered it for the shop, but she was like, I know a guy that would think that was hilarious. I think she just gives me things like this to like, so I like leave her alone or something. Like it's like this is like a cat toy or something. Like, oh, here you go. Like, go in the corner. So I won't follow her around and harass her.
Well, Alex, let's have a serious conversation about love here. What are your love languages?
um,
Are they gifts? Does that make you
por-
feel
uh,
loved?
pork, tequila,
Fucking guy.
uh,
Cheetos
peanut butter.
and Phillips head screwdrivers. Those are my
Yeah,
love languages.
those are my.
They're acts of service,
Yeah.
and that's it. I don't know. Acts of service, gifts, time, quality time, slapping each other around, and saying, please go harder."
Yeah.
Those are the five love languages.
Cheeseburger, yeah, and cheeseburger lamps.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cheeseburger lamps. But
yeah.
no, seriously, like what makes you feel loved when someone gives you something like when she's like I love you, or like when you get a cheeseburger lamp, you're like hot shit, this is it. I'm ready to lock it down.
I don't know. Like, I'm trying to give you like a real answer, not like just a
Yeah,
bullshit joke
I
answer.
am being semi-serious. I like words of affirmation because I was put down my whole life, and I like quality time because I live alone. So
Yeah,
tell me I'm nice and don't make me feel lonely. That's all I need.
it's nice when someone doesn't even have to be Callie. It could just be really like it, but it's mainly Callie. But so yeah, like if I were to like if her and I were talking, and I and she knows I like something or I prefer something some way, and then a couple weeks later or whatever, she remembers it and it happens. That means that she actually cares enough to listen and be like, "Oh, I you told me that you like cheeseburger lamps, and now I got you one."
Right.
I guess I don't know what that is, and I can see how someone can construe that into being like kind of negative, but
No.
it's just nice. It's just nice when people know you and
Right.
are like, "I know you, so I know you'll like this." Like really
you
knowing someone is, I don't know if this counts, but really knowing someone and caring about them to know enough about like what they're into and not into.
Yeah.
Like if I know someone deeply for years and they're like, "Hey, I got you this big picture of a foot," I'll either know that they're joking and they're funny, or they don't know me and they're an asshole. You know what I mean?
That just got me an idea.
See, that's fine because really it was my idea.
Alex loves feet. Everyone, any feet pics, I'll give you his email. I got you covered. So what you're saying, in all seriousness, is that
Yeah.
it's kind of a hybrid. You like, they would say it's acts of service, which sounds bad, but that is a love language.
Mhm.
And then you like gifts, but more like someone's thinking about you. You like to know that someone who cares about you is thinking about you.
I guess it's even. I guess it's like
I do.
it's not like I want people to give me things or
Yeah, I
acts
get
of
that.
service. It's just like it's just nice when someone knows you. I guess it's like I tried when people are talking to really listen and take it in. So it's nice if people do the same and really
Yes.
listen instead of just waiting for them to talk, for their turn to talk, and then they don't hear anything you're saying. So if someone is really listening, they'll know exactly what you really like and what you prefer in your life, and vice versa. I I like to return that too, and really try to really listen instead of just being like, all right, my turn. You know?
Yeah,
And I
I
try.
do.
It's not like I succeed every time. I'm human. I get selfish and not knowing it like everyone else, but like I try. And I think it's nice if someone does the same thing. So I guess that's really what I'm getting at. I know it's hard to break everything down that I just said, but
No, I think basically is like you just like there's many different ways to show someone that you give a shit about them, and obviously you're good at seeing those different methods and acknowledging them, whatever it is. So if anyone expressed their feelings to you in any way and you cared about them, you would appreciate it.
sure, yeah.
Long story, really, like to me, like I wouldn't say like I do like quality time. Like if that's my favorite, is spending time with someone. Duh, like that would be it. You know, I don't really want them to do shit for me because I'm an only child. I fucking got it. You know what I mean? Like I can do all my. I don't like people doing shit for me, but I like doing things with people. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? That kind of stuff. And I remember one time someone. I don't. It's cool when someone asks me what I want and they go get it. That's fine. But when someone knows you well enough to get you something that you didn't fucking ask for, like that's awesome. That's happened to me once. Like someone got me the Pink Floyd box set, never asked for it, just got it for me, and I was like, "Fuck," you know, best gift ever. Really, I never saw that coming. But I don't
Hmm.
require that. It's just that was a cool thing. You know,
Yeah.
some people really fucking get you, and they
Hmm.
just say, "Yeah." It's fun when that happens.
For sure. And I think that's really what I was trying to say. You just said it in a lot less words.
Well, I mean, the
To
thing
be
is
honest
like
with
you
you.
know, Callie's into you because she got you a fucking cheeseburger lamp. You also know she's into you because she looks forward to seeing you when you come home. I mean, there's many
Hmm.
different ways, but it's cool because you guys have that fun dynamic. And honestly, there's a shitload of plants and bugs in your house, so to have a couple of toys sprinkled throughout, that's good. That I
Yeah.
feel a little safer because all those dead butterflies and shit. You know, I'm just yeah, I get a little freaked out.
What Tony's trying to say is, in our house we have a wall dedicated to dead things.
To death.
Yeah,
There's
like we
live
have.
plants and then dead
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. We have like, like it's taxidermy is what it is, but it's like it is.
They're
It
still
really is.
dying.
That's what it is. It's taxidermy. Like it's like scorpions, tarantulas, butterflies. I have a few, but I have one big stick bug.
Yeah.
Stick bug. I got one in a frame. It's probably about 12 inches long, and its legs are probably 6 inches long. You know it's cool looking. But yeah, that's what Tony's referring to. It's like
Yeah.
I got a wall of the dead. I got a bunch of
Right.
dead
And so
shit.
most of the toys are up in Alex's little bedroom there, but I'm saying, like, a couple of little sporadic, little toys sprinkled throughout the living room. And it makes sense. Even she got it. She's like, I know this cheeseburger lamp is going to travel throughout the house. I
Yeah,
know I'll
and
see it from time to time.
and that's what I mean. It's just I think she like just goes, like gives a dog a bone kind of thing. Like here, go play with your cheeseburger lamp, so you're not saying inappropriate things in front of people that I know. Kind of thing. That's just me
Yeah.
joking. I don't know.
Oh,
That's
I
just
was like,
me.
I don't know. I mean, that's usually my job.
Yeah.
I usually make you look good.
Hey man, that's why it's good having you around.
Well, I've actually really like at work. Like people are trying to coerce me these days. Like like, don't you feel this way about this? I'm like, nope.
I
Like, well,
feel
what about
nothing.
this group of people? Nope.
Nope.
They're like, but you're from Philly, don't you? Nope. They're like, well,
Uh,
don't you have any opinions? Nope. I'm just gonna have a good time living here, and I know better, so I'm keeping my fucking mouth shut. If I have
honestly,
opinions, I'll whisper them to my trusted friends. That's it.
yeah.
And on
That's
this show.
right.
No, I'm watching
It's
my mouth. Fuck no. But otherwise,
it's yeah.
other than your sesame seed bunded, your sesame seed bun cheeseburger lamp. Is it a single or double patty, by the way?
It's a single. I'm trying to watch what I.
Yeah. Watch what you eat.
Yeah, I'm trying to watch what I look at.
What else you been
Um,
up to, man?
I don't know a whole lot, man. Just fucking living my life.
Did you go see the Pickles game?
I did go see the Pickles game. I forgot, dude. it was not to like give you FOMO, but like it was fun. And the best part about it was not the baseball. I really don't even give a shit about that. I didn't even know. I can't even like look at the score, like the leaderboard, and at a baseball game and tell what the hell's going on. Like there's so many numbers and shit, and they're just up there, and I'm too far away to see like where it says points, and there's just numbers. I'm like, I don't know. It started, and 2 hours later it ended, and but they had it was wrestling night, so they had a local professional wrestling league. It's called DOA, I believe it's called, and they be like probably like 45 minutes an hour before the game started. Kind of by the field, they had like a big like full size wrestling ring set up, like a full with the ropes and everything, and they had matches, and there was people gathered around it. It was awesome. Like everyone was really into it. It was really fun. Like,
Nice. That's great. And you weren't expecting that. I know you dig wrestling, so that had to be a fucking pleasant surprise.
Well, it was known that it was gonna be wrestling, but we didn't. No one really knew, if they were just gonna be there, if they were gonna do things in between innings or whatever. I don't know. So,
well, you can't move the ring. If they, like you, I'm not saying you knew this or not, but I'm thinking like you can't pull the ring out into the field and then put it away, and you can't leave it in the outfield, unless you're going to give those wrestlers gloves and make them, honorary players.
Right.
So yeah, it's a valid point that it would be, I would just think it would be cool if there wasn't a ring and they just came out in the center field and just,
well, they did
battle
do things.
royale.
Yeah. They did do things in between innings and stuff. Like there were wrestlers out in the field. They were like,
oh, cool.
They do like little like sack races and give a kid a ball and throw it at a thing, and I don't know. But
were you the thing?
Yeah. But I have a friend who was at the game, and he saw these two kids like playing catch on the side, because there's like at the Pickles game there's a lot of shit going on.
Like, it's a park, yeah.
Yeah, there's like bars like every corner of the outside, like around the field. They're like surrounded the field. There's like places to sit and bars and hot dogs, and then there's like the commentary area, like where all the commentators sit, like up in a booth. And then there's a bar down below, and there's also a bar up top. There's bars everywhere, and there was a van where you could go get tattooed in.
Fucking Portland.
Yeah. And yeah, there really was. And then
you have to sit in an old abandoned chair that was found out in front of a fucking trash heap. Like that's the tattoo chair. It's got blood on it. Fuck.
And then there's like cornhole and everything, like the sack toss game,
Yeah.
And then there was like just like a bunch of like little kids dressed up in like baseball uniforms. It looked like there was like little league teams or something there running around, and there was some kids that were just playing catch, and they were next to porta potties. And my friend goes up to him and goes, "Hey," because there's one that was like standing kind of in front of a porta potty, but like here's the side of the porta potty, and the kid was like right here,
Mm-hmm.
And the other kid was they're playing catch like this. And he was like, "Hey, I'm going to film you. Can you miss a catch on purpose and let the ball hit the porta potty? Because there's someone in the porta potty." And he got it on film. And it was so funny because the kid just kind of just moves out of the way. Ball goes by him. And the other kid threw it pretty hard, And it hit the side of the porta potty, and you just hear a person go, "Ah!" It was just like kind of a funny thing, like the kids like actually did it.
And now they're gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, I know, right? It was great. I thought it was really, and it was a funny idea by my friend. It's such, knowing the guy who did it, like I was like, that's such a thing that he would do. It was perfect.
Yeah, it's fun how people think that you're like, oh, dude, I never thought of that. And now I'm laughing at you throwing baseballs against porta potties.
But yeah, the Pickles game. If you're people are in town, you should go see the Pickles. Pickles are it's fun.
Well, what I like about the venue is that it's in a public park, but the outfield has a giant fence that's covered with trees. So under the trees, they have a shitload of picnic tables,
Yeah,
and I think that's a cool place to hang out. And there's a bar back there, so you have
yeah.
everything you need. It's pretty. I think that's kind of unique.
They had
Um,
two bars back there this time.
Boy, you tell you what, Alex doesn't know how to play the fucking game, but he sure as shit knows how many bars they have.
Yeah, man. I know what I'm doing. I know
You know
why.
what you remind me of? I took Joey to see a Mariners game recently. His mom, everybody. We all went up there, and Joey's like 2 years old, so we're up, in the nosebleeds or whatever, enjoying ourselves, and he can see the jumbotron, and he can hear the music. So the whole fucking time that the game is happening, I'm watching. I'm looking this way, and Joey's looking this way.
Yeah,
I'm watching the plays, and he is every time the music goes off, he's shaking his shit. So he thinks we're at a concert and we're at a baseball game. That's like you. You don't know what the fuck is going on, but you know how to get entertained. Like,
yeah, yeah. I mean, I know why we're there. I mean, this is why we play the game, Tony. This is why we're here.
that's right.
It's
So
the
you can. It's just funny to see. Yeah, that's you shaking your shit at the jumbotron.
yeah,
We're here to
yeah,
dance.
yeah. That's my version. Yep, that's right.
I'm here to party. I don't know about
See,
baseball.
it's just proof that we're all just little kids, and we all,
Those of us who still remember how. That's the goal. Yeah, man. So when you went to the baseball game, y'all invited me, and of course I couldn't go because I had a work commitment. But I will like to say this: not that bummed out. I had to work. Actually, it was a double header, the same three bands 2 nights in a row. I didn't go. Long story short, I didn't think I'd like any of the music, but
excuse me.
the opening band, whom I bought their shirt. I think the shirt is fucking awesome. It's called
Life is Hell?
Life is Hell. Greet Death.
Whoa.
That's the name of the band. Is Greet Death. And
Okay.
to me, they sound like My Bloody Valentine.
Okay.
Like but I was working the barricade, so they were right behind my head. And I was like turning to the side because the crowd, they start out like slow and some good lyrics you can understand, but at the end they're all just going nuts on stage. No one's singing, they're just moving really fast and whatnot and going off. Perfect, emotional, but an explosion at the end. That's me in a nutshell right there. So after the first night, I was like, damn, these guys are really good. And I listened to them yesterday, just in my casual day, just listening to them, and I was like, boy, I hope they fucking open again. And they opened again, and I went by the merch, and I saw this shirt, and I was like, all right, I got to get one. So there was this merch line, and I'm on my break. My boss is like, yeah, you can go get a shirt on your break. You get a 15-minute break. Go ahead. So I'm standing in line, and the guitar, two people are working the merch, and both of them are in the band, I guess, but the one person was really shy, and she wasn't really like saying anything. And then the line was taking forever. It was just people talking about, whatever. And I'm like, hey, sorry, not to startle you, but can I have a shirt?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh yeah, yeah. I was like, they're $30, right? Like, I got cash. I was like, I just got to get back in the pit. And she's like, oh yeah, yeah, sure. And I was like, you guys are awesome. I was like, my favorite of all three. Just wanted you to know. And she just like started glowing. She's like, really? I was like, yeah. I was like, fucking awesome. I was like, I've just stood there and had you guys blow my ears out again. It was amazing. I'm like, thank you so much. And I was like, and I'd like to add, I'm surprised. I said, plus all of you were wearing regular shoes. And she was like, she started laughing. So I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. So the third band, the headliner, they're called Say Anything. I don't know them. I mean, I know them now, but they're like emo, punk, whatever the fuck.
I know who they are. I know.
They remind me of like Sleeping with Sirens and stuff like that, I guess.
Yeah.
Whatever. Forgive me. That's not my thing. But what fucked me up was because I'm at stage. The stage is like here to my eyes. Yeah. So when I turn my head, that's what I see straight across the bottom of the stage. The lead singer is wearing Crocs, but like Converse Crocs. So they look cool in the front, but it's just like a mullet, but like shit
Yeah.
in the back. And I was just like, all right, okay. I mean, the bands don't dress up anymore. I get that. But
Right.
they were hardcore. You know what I mean? It was just like, why do you want to cry? And I'm like, okay, so you're being aggressive, but you got these Crocs on that say, I'm casual. So it was really weird. And then on top of that, the lead singer had a big thing for vape. So, and he didn't have the little thing everyone's sucking on. He had the rig, you know? And so, oh my, and we're not allowed, you're not allowed to vape in the venue. And so since we're facing everyone, I got that job working the barricade. Every time he would come up the first night, every time he came up, he'd be like, in between songs, he would, it just vaping, like he's on fire the whole time, just vaping. And then like we're like looking at the crowd, and they're like, "Oh," I'm like, I can't do that. Only this idiot can do that. The one in the Crocs, yeah, your leader. Only your leader can do this. You can't do this.
Only your Croc leader.
Right. And so I mean, it was a fun night. There was people rolling on drugs, and went to this chick. I was like, "Hey, here's a bottle of water for you." She's like, "I don't need water. I'm fine. I'm really fine." I was like, I hear what you're saying, but your pupils are telling me a different story.
Right.
So if you and your man just want to enjoy this water on us, I think everyone's going to have a much better time. And within 3 seconds, I turn around, that water's gone. They're like, I was like, gotcha. I looked at her. I was like, hi. It was a great night. So then last night, same fucking thing over again. And everyone's like, oh, it's going to be a great time. These people are super chill. Fuck no. It was the total opposite. The crowd was totally different, a little bit more high energy. But this time the lead singer comes out and he's not wearing Crocs. He's wearing, Nikes that are this fucking tall. They like cover up to his shin. I'm like, dude, you're really blowing your money in the right direction. Keep going. But in any case, bless his heart. But in any case, he was fine. He had normal clothes on, still had his vape rig looking like a fucking dragon out there. But then one of the guitar players just full on Crocs and socks. I'm like, what do you guys take turns? Is it like
it's
only one person of 5 gets to wear Crocs on stage?
Yeah. They have the band Crocs. They have they're like, all right, it's Tuesday, so it's fucking it's Billy's turn.
I just can't help me. You and I have a shoe fetish. I think think certain shoes are hot, and you hate feet. So we both notice ankles and below. And when I saw, I was just like, how fucking hardcore is this? You know what I mean? It's just like, and the music isn't really that hard because there was as many men as there were women in there. It was a couples thing. And they were all singing the lyrics. It was like, why do you break my heart? It was just watching, everyone's right here because I'm working the barricade. So they're just like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, this isn't that good. Like, I understand you're going through it right now, and he's squeezing your boobies behind you, and I think that's really hot. But stop spitting these lyrics on me, please. Like, freaking me out. I have nowhere to go back here. Just this weird arm shit.
They're definitely not hardcore. They're whiny baby music.
Yeah, we're not going to tag him in this episode, so we're good.
Right.
Now, Greet Death, on the other hand, they are kick-ass. If you like Droney, whatever the fuck, check them out. I thought they were cool. I'm not good at explaining it, but Greet Death was awesome.
Greet the band that you were.
The band I bought the shirt for. I mean, that's just my cup of tea. Not everybody's, of course, but to each their own. They were highly supported in the show. A lot of people liked them. But I did not get to go to the baseball game, but I did work, and I had an enjoyable time doing it for 2 days. So I was like, right on.
I think it's cool that like your job, like, it's still work and it sucks, but also you're around a thing that you like. And a lot of times you get to see shit you do really like, or shit that you didn't know you were gonna like, or whatever. So it's pretty cool. It's a good job for you.
Yeah, it's just nice that and not every band that shows up is worth talking about, or nothing Not always fun shit happens, obviously, but it was kind of it was a good time. Sold out crowd both nights, so they did well. But yeah,
Awesome.
that was fun. So I think we found a few things that we wanted to talk about. Usually,
Yeah.
thanks to the internet. And we won't talk about AI. We like AI, and we like Apple, and we like Google, and we like everything that'll let our fucking show finish today. So thank you, the internet gods. We know you're not listening, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Don't worry. Tony's not being sarcastic at all.
No, shh. I don't think AI's not there yet, is it? AI gets sarcasm? Oh no.
Oh, definitely.
Learning.
AI
Yeah,
is
fuck that.
more further along than we think. I'm sure.
So a story I stumbled across that I sent Alex's way, pretty easy to explain. It's about technology. You may have heard, I'm sure most of you know that Elon Musk created an internet system that is floating around our globe. It's called Starlink. Not cheap, but whatever. It's internet. So it has brought internet access to parts of the world that didn't have any fucking internet access. Like the Amazon jungles, right? Is that what this was supposed to say? In the Amazon, yes.
Yeah.
So there are tribes in the Amazon that now have access to the internet. Only problem is they're using it to look at porn.
I mean, they're using it for what it should be for. Yeah.
The tribes,
No, I mean,
the tribal leaders are not happy with the fact that the younger generations, basically anyone, whatever, they're doing the same shit that every other human in any other country would do with it. Like, yes, cool, I can make a video and hopefully my video will get me enough attention and send some money this way, right? But in the meantime, while I'm waiting for that money to come in from the videos I've made, hey, look, nudity. And the funny thing to me is that if you're in the Amazon and you have access to a device that has audio on it, but to my understanding, they still don't have brick homes necessarily. They live in tribal huts. I can only imagine, be like, turn that shit down.
Yeah.
It's like 7 huts over the whole fucking. Just, oh, and with a wiffle ball bat, yeah.
I think it's funny that they're getting addicted to porn, but all of them are naked. Like they're all wearing
all of a
like.
sudden they have this hankering for Irish women. Like,
Yeah.
I need me a redhead, and I need it now.
Well, no, they're wearing they're like remote
Yeah, like
tribes,
terry cloth.
and they're wearing butt flaps and stuff, and like ladies like are no shirt on, so they're all naked. But then they're addicted to watching naked people on a screen.
Well, now that they have access and they start making money, they can link up to Temu.
The Temu?
Start wearing all those kinky sex outfits.
Oh, yeah.
The tribes get into bondage. Thanks, Elon.
Yeah.
Fucking pervert. Don't you love it when your gazillion-dollar invention just brings porn to the whole world?
It really does. Oh, yeah. They become furries.
They're definitely watching this shit like,
Oh, yeah.
chopping off raccoon tails and shit.
Yeah, they're like, no, you don't have to kill the animal. Like they're like killing the animal to become the animal that really like. I didn't know that a big purple fox existed.
Now roaming the Amazon rainforest, it's purple fox.
How come that purple fox has a giant pink boner?
Could you imagine the one tribe that's still out there that doesn't have internet yet, and they just start walking like, what the fuck? What is that purple thing?
They just fucking shoot it.
You shot Terry. Well, Terry's a furry.
Yeah, Terry was a furry.
Yeah. Thank you. Past tense. You're absolutely right. The tribal courts will get together and they're like, all right, well, listen, did you know he was a stuffed animal, or did you think he was a purple ferret?
Right.
Like, tell the truth. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it's nice to know that rich people's inventions are still fucking up society. That's good.
Yeah, it's really nice that they're found a way to fuck up like remote, you know, tribes that are just, still living the way people had for thousands of years, and they go
Right.
along and hey, here's a weird disorder that we made up.
Well, imagine, like, in all seriousness, like, there are some islands out there, and maybe they are still fully remote, but, like, if you travel to them, you'll get a spear thrown through your chest.
Oh yeah,
Just so, and that's, I'm not making that up. I just love that
no,
fact.
that's
Don't
no,
fuck around on other people's land.
that's
But,
100% right. Yeah. Mhm.
right. So imagine, like, okay, so you're still chucking spears at each other. And then all of a sudden, you get airdropped a bunch of Amazon tablets, right? With a code
Yeah.
to type in. I mean, how do you get these people the internet? You can't just have Starlink, and all of a sudden you get a piece of tinfoil and you have the internet. You have to send them devices. So what are they airdropping fucking
Right.
tablets to these people? And then they turn it on. And they're like,
Oh
"What
yeah.
the fuck is this? Is this a plate?" And then it turns on, and then they're like, "What the fuck is this?" It's just, could you imagine? But like, no one's coming to our fucking island. Period. Like, oh my god, they don't even know what they are. We're not.
Oh
doing
no,
it.
it's like I'm not even like making a joke or trying to be offensive. It's just like you imagine like never ever seeing it, and it just falls out of the sky with a parachute on, and all of a sudden it's just like people just fucking each other, just just scream. You're like, what the fuck is this? I didn't.
I couldn't imagine being 30 years late to the internet.
Oh yeah, it's like
And
I didn't
just
know that
being-
there was
like,
there
what
was just a
fuck?
screen of this. I thought I had to go fuck Purple Terry, in the woods. I didn't know that I could just
Right. I was just trying to find. I was trying to find the Google page so I could order us some water. Like, and here I
Yeah.
am looking at porn for 6 hours, and I'm uniquely aroused. Like, my terry cloth is not long enough.
Exactly.
So, way to go, Elon.
Yeah.
Good job.
Way to go fuck something else up. Good job, Elon, you fucking robot.
Hey, if it wasn't for him, there wouldn't be so many people with all those nice cobalt mining jobs either.
That's
He's a real giver.
yeah. Yeah.
So if you don't die in the mine, you can come home and jerk off and piss off all your tribal neighbors. How about that?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Go cross-eyed and blind from jerking off like the rest of the world. That's great. Way to go, Elon. You're killing it out there, buddy. Keep it up. Maybe I'm glad I'm not an entrepreneur. To see my great idea fuck up the world.
Yeah.
While I use my billions to protect myself from being murdered by those people. Oh, Jesus. That was good.
Oh man.
Good
That is
stuff.
good, huh?
Way to go, man. Keep it up, Elon. All right. And then
Speaking
you had
of
something you had
Yeah.
some news to tell me.
Yeah, there was people have probably heard about this, and it's not like I'm a big fan of them, but it's been all over the news, all over the internet. Is Justin Timberlake got a DUI? He got caught driving drunk home from a bar. But what's interesting about this to me is that there's a lot of speculation. There's a lot of rumors. There's a lot of theories out there, and so he put out a new album a while ago, and it tanked. It only sold like 40,000 copies, and that's not very much for someone like him, right?
Yeah.
And so he's going on this world tour, and it's called the World Tour. That's what it's like, my understanding, anyways. If I'm getting anything wrong, whatever. But so he's going on the World Tour, and he got pulled over, and I guess the cop was so young that he didn't know who Justin Timberlake was. Not only did he not recognize him, which you could not recognize him just because you're at work and you're oh yeah. But he looked at his ID, he didn't know the name Justin Timberlake.
I already like this cop, and I don't say that often.
Yeah. He's so young that he didn't. That's so crazy to me. Like, how. I don't like his music at all. Never have. But, how do you not know the name Justin Timberlake? I don't know. Even being young, I don't know. It's so fucking
Because he
it's
didn't
weird.
get Starlink internet yet. That's all.
Yeah. So yeah. Justin was driving out in Amazon. It was weird.
In a Tesla.
Yeah, and so there's a lot of like conspiracy theory about this, which is a funny thing to say, but conspiracy theory about Justin, a former member of NSYNC. But so he got, and I'm trying not to get ahead of myself. So he got pulled over at DUI. Cop didn't know who he was. They took him in, arrested him. He apparently, the rumor is, I don't know if this is true, but people are saying it, is he had a bunch of crazy shit in his system. Like I guess there was alcohol, Molly, Coke, some prescription drugs, and then PrEP, like the HIV preventative drug, like what people take so they don't get, like it's called PrEP. It's a drug that like you take so you don't get HIV. It's like a block. It's an HIV blocker.
I like this guy.
So yeah. So I don't. So and then all this is like, this could be fucking made up. Who knows? But if the HIV blocker PrEP was true, I was with somebody at the baseball game who told me about this, and they're part of the gay and queer community, and they were like, well, it's not always for people, don't always take this for casual, like fucking someone in the back of a porn shop, like it's not always for that. Some people take it that share needles. So now there's also a rumor that that's what it was for. It wasn't just, because that some people don't take it for other reasons. It's because it's an HIV blocker. It's not just a, blocker for getting pounded.
Wow.
It's also just a blocker for HIV in general. So
they can test for this with a drug test?
Well, they can find out what's in your system, yeah.
I mean, so they just test for HIV blockers?
Well, it's a drug. It's something you take. Oh. So if they could find out if there's Coke, Molly, blah, blah, blah in your system, they could find out. Like, they tested my blood, they would find out that, that I have a cheeseburger lamp in.
I don't want to know, Alex. I don't want to know what you're blocking.
Yeah, I block a lot of things.
I got a clap blocker. I see a rusty old cooch. I just dive on in there.
So, to kind of backtrack, when I said his album only sold 4,000 copies or whatever, and it's not getting a lot of plays or whatever, there's another conspiracy theory that he did all this on purpose.
Sure.
That he staged all of it, or he
to get him in the headlines.
Right. And there's a good point. If you're somebody like Justin Timberlake and you're going out and getting drunk, you probably have drivers that could come pick you up. You have a driver. You don't need to drive yourself. You're Justin Timberlake. You have fuck you money. You have drivers just on call. Why are you driving? You don't need to drive. Especially when
unless he's going somewhere secret.
Yeah. So, and everything I said wasn't like, it's just, those are floating around there on the internet, whether or not they're true or not. They're not
your opinion. Right?
I just find it interesting. Everyone's just piling on all these things. And I'm like, fucking.
Well, and it makes you wonder how many times they make shit up just to keep us distracted in the headlines.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just put your party hat on with how much bullshit's about to come down the pike as we get close to the election. All kinds of crazy shit is going to come out, and not just about politicians. I mean, they'll ramp up the P. Diddy shit to distract you. They're going to use everything they've got to fuck with your head. It's coming. That's why you're telling me, like, did you hear about Justin Timberlake? I scrolled through something about him getting a DUI. That's all I know. because I don't watch TV. I don't, I know most of us don't. You can't avoid it, but I mean, the thing is like the internet gives you total access to everything. So now you question everything because everything can be truth, false, or indifferent. So
Mm-hmm.
it's funny to me that the average person watching this shit is like, well, wait a minute, it could be this. It could be this. It's like, yeah. And it's always been that way. Now think back before the internet when they used to use the news and tell you shit. How often were they fucking with you then, too?
Right. Oh yeah.
And you had no
Oh
way to look it up. You couldn't. The only thing you could do was talk to your neighbor and your coworkers. And if they were dumb as shit, then they weren't going to help you come up with any of these ideas. But now, thanks to the internet, people are like, well, wait a minute. That's a way to get your fucking tour to sell tickets. That's this, that's that. To me, it sounds like Justin Timberlake's a fucking party animal. And I like that. I like people who come off real clean to be a little dirty. Not P. Diddy dirty, but a little dirty. But hey, I kind of fuck hookers sometimes, and I take the HIV blockers because I'm married. I don't know his situation, but it's like, yeah, now we're talking. Let's connect on the real shit. Like top ramen in your butthole. Tell me what's up, man. I want to know.
oh man, who doesn't?
Did I hit a spot for you?
Yeah, the top ramen spot, right in the top.
That's great.
I
I
just
love
like
when celebrities make the news.
Yeah. I just love that like somebody was like, "Oh, HIV blocker, he's a closeted homosexual," and then someone was like, "No, maybe he just shoots up drugs, and that's why."
Fuck. And the person who said that, what are they up to?
Yeah,
They're like, no. That's not the only reason we use this drug. Be like, wait a minute, you do this and you have time on the internet to talk about it? Okay. Tell us why you use this drug, Mr. I party really hard behind the fucking plaid pantry. Like, wow. Yeah, there's some sick fucks out there.
I like it. It's really cool.
So listen, if you could get me a bottle of that drug for Christmas, I appreciate you.
Yeah, it's the JT special. You know,
I mean, I think that's just a good thing to have, like vitamins. You know what I mean? Be like, I like to, it's like, well, why do you take that pill? Be like, I like to go raw. Sleep easy at night, Got a
It's for
pharmaceutical in there that says I won't catch AIDS.
it's for my health. You know.
Yeah, just one multivitamin. It's the size of my hand, and it just has everything in it that you need to be a filthy little animal every day.
Oh, it's good
What
stuff.
I like is when famous people, their little shroud gets, you see how dirty they are underneath.
Right.
Like no one's perfect. They just market them that way to sell concert tickets and bullshit. So when the truth comes out, it's like, oh wow, and that's why I'm interested in this P Diddy thing, because that's the whole R Kelly thing evolving, unraveling, and hopefully it unravels. I mean, I hopefully the guy never did anything wrong, but if he did, I always like watching him go down because you're going to know about it anyway. So it's like, hey, you know what? Someone famous is not that great of a person, and we get to watch their downfall. That happens
Right.
all the time,
Absolutely, yeah.
And yeah, the news media is like, fuck yeah, we're going to make more money than when he became famous. All the stories we're going to generate now.
Right. Oh yeah.
So yeah, Justin, don't be shy. Tell us what you're into. Reach out to us here at This Is the Future, and let us know what you're really. Just give us the exclusive. We deserve it.
Yeah. I think it's adorable. It's what it is. I like it.
You would.
Speaking of adorable, music time, baby.
Yes, sir. And what did we listen to this week, Sir Alex?
We listened to a song by the band 16 Horsepower, who we have covered before. It was a different album. This time it was just a song from the album called Slackcloth and Ashes, and the song is called Seen What I Saw. First track on the album. Band I've listened to a lot over the years, and they're a band that I didn't listen to for a while, just kind of lost track of them, of their music, and then refound them a couple of years ago. So what do you think? I'm curious.
All right. So, taking into account that I now get to be around a lot of music, I would say that I liked it and I could listen to it driving down the road. It's not strong enough for me to work out to.
Right.
That doesn't,
No,
you know, it's one of those. It's like it's heavy, but it's not that heavy. So to me, it's like road music, if you will.
heavy. It's not. They're not heavy.
Well, I mean, they're not. They could be like to me. They're like you know they have guitars and all that shit, but they throw in like you know like other instruments. So to me,
Mhm.
it's like I don't know. It's one of those bands you could drink beer and whiskey to.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that. And like I don't know. Like personally, they were cool, but like it's not something I would go back and seek out again.
Right. Hmm.
But I have a funny feeling that they would kick ass live.
Right.
Like, and I don't mean like making people mosh or anything. I just mean like that sound live and watching all them make all that music
Hmm.
would I think that would be pretty fucking cool.
Huh.
Just my opinion, but I bet
Right,
it's
right,
fun
right,
to see live.
Okay. Yeah. Because it's just like the way you're describing it. Like it's just making me think that like we're listening to the same band, right? 60
Yeah, dude.
horsepower. Yeah.
Yeah.
See what I
It's
saw?
not hip hop or anything. It's like the guitars and banjos and shit, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'll be honest, dude. You spring a lot of metal on me.
Right.
So when I listened to it, I was at the gym and I'm like I'm like running and I'm like, man, this ain't doing it. Like I didn't
Oh,
know,
yeah.
so I was like, he's put fucking fuel in my tank. It's something heavy. So I turned it
Yeah.
on and I had that expectation. So then and then I hear like the banjo and the fiddle and shit, and I'm almost like devil went down to Georgia looking for a soul to steal. He was in
Yeah.
behind his. I was like, this is more like that. Like,
No. Yeah. It's folk music. It's
no, I know, but I was
yeah.
expecting metal. Like
Yeah.
that
Because
was the
it's
whole,
coming
like,
from me. Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. So you kind of set me up without meaning to. So it was the title, the
Right.
band, it all sounded like metal. So I'm like gym music, and I'm like, wait a minute. Like, this ain't. But like I said, like pass me that jug of gin, and let's see this shit live. Like
Right.
that
Yeah,
would work
I hear
for
you.
me. Yeah, and
Oh,
I'd be
that's-
like,
that's
ah,
cool.
like yeehaw, like that's how I'd react to it. But it fucked on the treadmill. I was like, I can't fucking. I'm just gonna stand here for a second.
Yeah.
Tap my foot.
Yeah,
Sharpen
I mean-
my whittle in my stick.
Whittle on my stick.
What I like
Is
about it
it-
is I don't know what the fuck I'm going to listen to until you tell me. You're like, this is what we're listening to, and I always assume it's going to be 100 miles an hour,
Right.
and I don't know.
Well,
and
I
I'm
like it. I like it that I accidentally tricked you. It's,
Yeah, I don't. You know, you
I
got
like
me.
that.
I was like crawling
Um,
on the treadmill.
Just standing there in the middle of the gym, whittling a piece of wood. What are you doing, man? I have
I'm
to listen to this
vibing.
music because I figured
I'm vibing right now. This is me. I feel very vibey.
vibing. This is me vibing right now.
I had some guy one of my coworkers explained to me. I was like, I like the first band, this one. I was like, I like these guys. I was like, because they're moody. You know, like they got that kind of like, and then at the end they kind of, really let it out. And he's like, I'm not going to go so far as to let you call them moody. I'm going to go more with vibey, and I think that you would agree. And I'm like, no. And everyone in the break room was like, like he ain't going to go with this shit. Like, and they were explaining vibe to me, and I'm like, uh-huh. I'm like, so you're saying it's a mood? Like, well, no, but it's a positive mood. I was like, moody doesn't always. Anyway, so I got into this whole conversation with some 10-year-old, and I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm like, whatever. It's fucking moody. It's not everything can be vibey, but that's the word I hear at work all the fucking time. This is a very vibey band. Like, you mean you can move your hips, but you don't want to punch your partner? Okay, got it. That's a vibe, I guess. But whatever.
Yeah.
I think these guys. They reminded me. I've been watching a lot of Smokey and the Bandit.
Mm-hmm.
And it reminded me of like what's his name, the country singer that does the music for it, the truck driver, Tom, whatever his name is. Forgive me.
I know who you're talking about.
Bandit, come on back now.
Yeah,
Jerry,
yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Jerry Lee. Fuck me, I'm right there. He's got that song. She took she got the gold mine. I got the shaft.
Yeah,
I love that song. So this band reminds me of that. But
Right.
they
Cool.
have more of a dark. It's a little darker than that, of course.
It's darker. Yeah.
And they brought in. I nerded out. I looked them up, and they brought in Gordon from the Violent Femmes to play
Yeah.
the fiddle, I think.
Yeah. You were telling me that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm a Violent Femmes fan, and if you've ever seen them live, like they're vibey too, a dark vibe, and they have that same kind of feeling, a little more indie, I guess. But in any case, I can see how those two work together.
Yeah. For sure.
And,
No, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm trying over here, man. I am. It's definitely like campfire whiskey music to me.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
liked it. I just it ain't gym music. I can't get any pull-ups out of that shit. Like, come on!
I didn't really know that I was failing your gym music. Your gym music fancy. Well, you told me about that, but I like
Well,
it.
unlike you, I don't lay on my couch and listen to Slayer. So
I do.
I gotta go. I hear that. I'm like, I'm affected. What do you like about them?
I like about them a lot. I like this song in particular. They're a dark band. Like it's like dark, vibey music. It's definitely has that. I say folk, but it's like kind of like this. It reminds me of like the Old Testament in the Bible, like fire and brimstone. Like you'd be
okay, all right. I'm
like
with you.
you're like it's like this like fucking like hillbilly in the middle of like a cornfield, just wearing like dirty overalls and his one white shirt that's like gray and brown because he's
With
been
one
wearing
strap
it for like
The overalls.
yeah one strap, and he's just all like sweaty and like he's got like 5 o'clock shadow, and he's like just standing there like sees like some tourists that come in, like some people from the city, and he's just like standing in the cornfield, and he's just like, "You're not from around here, are you?" And he pulls out
The fuck? You have a cheeseburger lamp and a fucking killing knife?
Yeah, man, I got a Bowie knife, I got
careful.
a cheeseburger on it, man. Like, I got a lot of things in here.
Dude, you just brought out the Bible to describe this band.
Well, no, it's perfect for this band because they are a religious band. They are. They're not like a Christian band, so to speak, but they use religion. They use Christianity in particular the same way. Like you brought up Slayer, so let's use it as an example. The same way Slayer uses Satanism, devil, and hell. In the same way, because if you know just a little bit about the Old Testament, it is way scarier and hardcore and more intense than anything that Satan has to do. Anything, because like the Old Testament is talking about all this when God comes back riding a white horse out of the sky with a sword made out of fire, all the sinners will know that they're going to hell or something like that, because the earth will open up and fire will swallow them and they'll stay there for all eternity. That's in the Bible.
Yeah.
There's talking snakes. There's some old guy killing his son. There's like crazy shit in the Bible. Some old man with a staff just slams it on the ground and the fucking sea opens up. Like the Bible's fucking badass. It's a great story. It's intense.
It's a great story. I tried
really
to read
is,
it.
man.
It sounded like it was written backwards. Thou shalt not washeth what?
I know that. Wait. Whoa.
Nip, 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 nip. Freddy is the devil. What? It's like playing a record backwards. Doesn't make any sense. But anyway, so basically what you're saying is they take those concepts and they put them into the music, which makes sense with the Southern sound.
Yeah,
for
sure.
That makes total sense.
They're
like I
from
said, hanging out under a mossy tree, playing this shit. Yeah, totally.
And they're from, they say Denver, but I think it's just like a small shithole country town near Denver.
Sorry, Colorado Springs. We didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
Right.
Some small shitty town near Denver.
Yeah.
People are loading up their guns right now. They listen to this shit like, motherfucker.
Well,
you gonna talk about my God in my town?
Well, like, It's just like when people, if I get in a discussion like where I'm from, I'll just say Bend, but really I'm from a shithole town named Terrebonne. You know, like you say Philly, but really you lived in like
I'm
near
actually, yeah,
Philly.
people think I'm from the shitty city, but I'm actually from a really nice suburb.
Yeah, see, it's like it's that. That's what I'm saying. But to get back to the song, I really like it.
Yeah. So we're not going to review that, like how people like do the instruments, because we don't know any of that. But we can definitely tell you how it makes us feel and what it reminds us of.
Exactly.
Like, how did they review your song? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, they did it. They said some weird shit.
Yeah, they did it.
They kind of mentioned the music.
Yeah, they like it.
But they're obviously, you know, they're professional musicians. The music sounds great. No questions, no qualms. The only thing is, as I said, like, it would be cool if the last minute of the song, all of a sudden, they just started shredding. But that's the way I want every song to end. Even Taylor Swift's albums, if she ended shredding, I would probably listen to them.
Right.
But yeah, it's I thought it was cool. What I like about you and the shit you come up with is like, I'm kind of expecting the same vein, and it's not. But within that range, you come up with a lot of different shit. You know, in that like guitar, rock, country, whatever in there. There's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And me, I'm like, oh look, hip hop. Oh look, techno. Oh look here. You know, and you're like, wow, I like this shit right here, and there's a lot in here.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, cool.
I mean, I feel like you're in the same vein too. You know, you have the things that you like, and you stay strong to that too.
I've fallen into the fucking middle age, you know, let's listen to the Police for 6 hours type thing. Tom Petty.
Da.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened to me. I've been listening to the song Tom Petty, Listen to Her Heart. I've listened to that 700 times in the last 3 weeks. Even Spotify's like, we're charging you extra. I'm like, the fuck? Like, your bills, you're going up to $20 a month. I'm like, is it because of too much Tom? Too much Tom Petty? What happened? Like, you know, I just like this fucking song right now.
Just like this fucking song.
Jesus, it's telling me, it's guiding me on my next step in my life. Just fuck off.
Yeah.
Thanks, Spotify. But yeah, they're raising my rates because of too much Tom Petty. But no, I don't. Yeah, you're right. I do stick in that. We
I feel
both
like
have our vein.
We both do. We both have the things that we like, and
I like some Missy Elliott. I'm not gonna lie. I have my moods, but when someone else puts it on, I'm like, turn this shit off.
Zippy, yep. Zippy,
those outfits.
Yep.
Remember those outfits, the music videos?
Yeah.
What? Like, yeah, it's a bubble suit. Those glasses. What the fuck?
Yeah, she's crazy. It's awesome.
She made money doing it.
Hell yeah.
Put her on the list.
Go back to the song a little bit. One of the things I think is, like, we've talked about this, like, trying to find something that's funny in something that's serious. Like, the song is called I Seen What I Saw.
Yes.
And he says that, and he sings, I seen what I saw. And so the song is really awesome, in my opinion. It's dark. It's interesting. It's talking about some crazy shit that's, like, biblical about the Bible and stuff. But if you just, like, take a hillbilly saying, I seen what I saw. I seen what I saw. It's over there. God damn it. It's over there. I seen what I saw. I told you I seen what I saw. It's over there. Like,
right.
It's really funny to me.
Well, it's like Bill Hicks said. It's like, why is it whenever they're interviewing somebody about an alien sighting, it's always some hillbilly in the deep south. Like, I'll tell you what I see. I seen what I saw, man. I saw a flying saucer, and I saw two of them because I had two eyes. Like, okay. Like, yeah. So it could be that's that's really funny, dude. I did not look at it like that.
Yeah, like, I mean, and you got a good point. Maybe it is about, aliens. Like, no, I seen what I saw. There's goddamn flying saucers over there.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I read the lyrics because I was like, I'm trying to get this. So I read the lyrics, and correct me if I'm wrong, but they never tell you what they saw.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what did you see? It's 3.5. What'd you see? Come on. Where's the next song? Tell me what you saw.
I think that's the whole point, though. He's telling you without telling you.
Right. Well, it leaves me wanting more. But
yeah, I think we want more.
If you listen to the whole album, you'll know what he saw.
what I like about that song is the singer, he's singing, but he's also playing the accordion,
No
the
shit.
squish box.
Squeeze box.
Yeah, and it's just cool because you don't hear that instrument in any kind of alternative rock folk music. Maybe
Right.
in like some real like bluegrass folky music, but not in this kind of alternative dark folk rock or anything rock. It's
Right.
like it's polka music or um, mariachi music.
Happy.
It's like, but like he uses it in this like really dark way, like really like eerie way. I don't know, like it's at the beginning of the I think it's at the beginning of the song where he uses it, and yeah, I don't know. It's a really cool song. They're a really cool band. They have I don't know. They're kind of a band that like kind of like you were saying, like it's not exactly what I listen to all the time. Like more of like a metal rock guy, but like yeah, they're a band that's kind of close to my heart. I like them a lot, and it's a good fucking song.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm glad that you pointed them out to me,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, like I said, it's something I could see that if they were playing live, I'd check them out
For sure. Yeah.
for sure. Yep. But if maybe after that, I would be hooked into listening to the albums more.
I hear
That's
you.
usually how it works for me anyway.
Yeah.
But no, it was a good fucking pick, and it's yeah, I liked it.
Hell yeah.
A lot of a lot of good instruments.
Speaking of picks, is it time?
Yeah, I got to. I'm gonna pull up the list while Alex does his wheel.
I gotta remember not to. I got a leash nowadays, and I want to rip the.
Yeah,
I
don't
gotta-
fuck that up.
It'll happen. Don't worry.
You went through all this trouble, used computers and everything else, and it turns out all Alex needed was a smartphone and a fucking stand to put it on.
Yep.
Don't overcomplicate your technology, folks.
Can you see all the numbers?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You got it. We can see some numbers. We can see the top half of your wheel.
Oh, you can't see the bottom.
No, but I'm sure most people know what comes after 3. Maybe not. Yeah, you better put it up there. All right. So while he's holding that above his head, here's what's on the list. We have Fist City by Loretta Lynn in number 1. Number 2 is Tupac with Only God Can Judge Me. That's a different vein. Number 3 is Salt, SAULT, with their song Wildfires. And number 4 is An Open Spot. Number 5 is the Melvins, Working the Ditch. Number 6 is going to be An Empty Space for the Moment. If y'all have any suggestions, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Number 7, Shellac with I Don't Fear Hell. Number 8 is Poor Eeyore with Flying. Number 9, We Don't Talk About Bruno from the Enchanto soundtrack.
I can't
That was
wait.
Alex's cheeseburger lamp that came up with that one. And
What's it?
number 10 is Sharon Jones with Pass Me By. And somebody literally just passed by the front of my house. How ironic. So those are the 10, and now Alex gets to spin.
Yeah. Speaking of passing by, here we go.
Pass me by. Number 9. Oh, fuck me. All right. We don't talk about Bruno. As I say with enthusiasm.
All right.
Whatever.
So let's be clear because I'm not clear on this. You heard me. How do we look this up, Tony? We just type in talk about Bruno
You know what?
into
I did not bother
iTunes
to
or
see if it was
Spotify.
on Spotify.
We did a long time ago, but it's been so long. I just want to make clear, make it clear. We type in
It's right
talking
here.
about. All right,
I literally typed in "we don't," and it came up with "we don't talk about Bruno." Song California. I can't pronounce it. Yeah, it's top. It pops right up.
Okay. So the name of the song is "We Don't Talk About Bruno."
Yep. And
Okay.
It pops right up on Spotify. I imagine it probably does on Apple as well.
All right.
Cool.
And it's from what movie?
The Enchanto soundtrack, which I know nothing
Hell
about, and I'm not watching it.
Awesome. All right. From the Enchanto soundtrack,
Yep,
and the song is "We Don't Talk About Bruno."
that's right.
All right.
And if anyone else has any suggestions, clearly we're open to whatever. We'll let anything slide. So, and I'm just kidding. We'll listen to whatever. So hook us up. Got a few empty spots. Feel free to throw your suggestions down. Alex will tell you the best way to do that.
Best two ways to do that is going to in our Instagram page. This is the future, unfortunately, or Tit269, and you could direct message us and send us any suggestions for any songs off anywhere, anything, any band. And most popular way is going to YouTube and the most recent episode in the comment section. You could leave your suggestion that way. And so, yeah, as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye. Enjoy.